Good morning to our superintendent, our mayor, our school board representatives, and mostly the Sprint 1 million representatives, faculty, staff of Richmond Public Schools, students, and the media. I am Reva Green, proud principal of George Wolfe High School, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to George Wolfe High School. The Sprint and the Sprint Foundation has recognized that America's students are facing a homework gap between families that can afford the internet access and large number of families with the school-aged children who cannot. Fortunately today, Sprint has given us the opportunity to have some of our families that's living paycheck to paycheck the opportunity to assist their students, their siblings and kids in a way that we could not assist them. They are actually giving our students tablets to help them with the education. Actually, also the educational process, meaning they have ebooks, which we can now electronically have our students do homework at home, on weekends, during holidays, and actually assist them during the instructional process during the school day. Even though we have a policy within RPS where our students cannot use their cellular devices or electronic devices, with this new program here at George Wolfe High School, we can use it as a palette to allow our students during instructional time to now use electronic devices the right way. For more than 50% of our teachers, they use the internet-based homework. So now our students and our teachers now can connect electronically by our teachers assigning our students, especially our ninth graders, homework assignments that they can now use electronically using the internet at home, whereas they couldn't do it at first. Our students are very excited, but I don't think they are as excited as the teachers and administrations for this opportunity, because now we can do things that we couldn't do at first. Don't get me wrong, we do have electronic devices at school, and we are catching up to the 21st century, but now we can actually extend those services at home, even with our students dealing with our chronic absenteeism for various reasons. They can't come to school. Now we have a way to still connect with them educationally. So at this time, I would just like to thank everyone for coming. This is a great opportunity. We truly appreciate Sprint and the 1 Million Project for selecting George Wolfe High students and allowing us this opportunity. At this time, we will also have now Mayor Stoney to lead us into another introduction, referencing Sprint 1 Million Project.
Let's give another hand to Principal Green, please. Let's do that. I want to thank you all this morning for joining us here at George Wolfe, the pride of Southside. Go Bulldogs? No? Okay, a little delayed. Look like we were talking to Tel Aviv or something like that, but thank you guys for responding. Today we are excited, we're very excited to be here in the city of Richmond to announce a really positive step in the education of our children. This step will begin to bridge the technology divide that puts our kids at a disadvantage when they go home to do their schoolwork and have no access to online resources they need to succeed. Right now, about 70% of teachers nationwide assign homework online. But there are more than 5 million families who do not have the internet access. For those, oh, you working here? Okay, there we go. There are more than 5 million families who do not have internet access at home. For those families, this is the equivalent of trying to write a book report without having a book, or paper, or a pencil. I know about how hard it is to do your homework without having access to the necessary tools. Early on in my school career, I remember going home and my father and my grandmother were unable to pay for the user fee to take my books home. And I had to go home, rush home every day, rush to school every day to do my homework, spelling and math, right at before the bell rang. And that put me at a disadvantage. Today, though, we are dependent upon web pages as we are book pages. And in Richmond, too many of our children do not have access to the internet at home or to the devices that would allow them to access the global classroom that so many in other parts of the world have at their fingertips. Ladies and gentlemen, if we want our children to succeed, if we want them to compete and build brighter futures, we need to give them the tools necessary to compete. We must literally and figuratively connect them to opportunity. So, in our belief that everyone deserves an opportunity for excellence, I am proud to announce today that the city, working with our corporate partner Sprint and Richmond Public Schools, is partnering to provide 1,050 Richmond Public High School freshman students with a free wireless internet-capable tablet and wireless service to use for the 4 years they are here in high school. That's a round of applause. The partnership is part of the Sprint Foundation's 1 Million project, whose goal over the next 5 years is to connect 1 million low-income high school students who currently do not have internet at home here in Richmond. Here in Richmond, we have 118 school districts across the country that are benefiting from this outreach, and we are one of them. And I want to acknowledge that Sprint and Sprint Regional President Brian Hedlund for working with us in the administration. Brian, has been, what, 5 months we've been working on this? Maybe a little longer. Maybe even longer than that. It's taken us. I met Brian right after the election last year. We got together. He told me about this project, and I said, how do we sign Richmond up? And we're here today. So, Brian, thank you and Sprint for helping and making it happen. This partnership is an example of One Richmond. It's how we can leverage our partnerships and our relationships to provide a high quality of life to all of our residents and all of our children. My administration will continue to work together to build more of these partnerships as we move forward to give our children the tools necessary to compete in this 21st century economy. Their talent is what drives our success as a city, and as you know, our children are our greatest assets, and we should make sure they get everything they need to compete this year and beyond. So congratulations to George Wythe, and thank you, Sprint. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mayor Stoney. On behalf of the Richmond Public School Administration and the school board, I would like to thank Sprint for their generous donation. For the next 4 years, all of our incoming freshman class will be receiving 1,050 wireless devices that will give our students the opportunity to start closing the educational gap that exists. As many of you are aware, some of our scores haven't been at the level they need to be. And this will give us the tool for our students the opportunity to start achieving their goals and desires and dreams by giving them internet access at home, giving them the opportunity to be on the same footing as the peers throughout the state and is also around the entire United States. So we are very happy and excited in Richmond Public Schools for this opportunity because we believe this will help us move Richmond Public Schools, as we say within our employees, we are the best district in this state. We may have stumbled and we may have done some things wrong, but we're going to prove to this state that we're number one. We do it every day with our employees and our students, and this asset that Sprint's given us gives us that opportunity to prove it even further. This is a tool that will set us apart from our peers within the state of Virginia. As Mayor Stoney said, there's only 118 schools in the entire country that are participating in this program. And we should be extremely excited and thankful for Sprint for giving us this opportunity to participate. We within the Richmond Public School System are extremely excited about it. At this point in time, Ms. Page, our school board chairman, is unable to attend, and she wishes she could be here. But Ms. Wilson's going to come and give a few remarks on her behalf. But let me say this from our entire board. Our board is extremely grateful, as well as the RPS administration, Brian, for everything that you've done, and we look forward to working with you over the next 5 years. Ms. Wilson, you're up.
Good morning. Mr. Krantz, on behalf of the school board, I would like to thank you and the school administration for everything that you are doing so that the students in Richmond can receive these devices that will allow them to have internet access as an additional learning resource. Mayor Stoney, the school board would also like to thank you for your continued support of Richmond Public Schools. It takes all of us, our city leadership, our school board, our school administration, and our partners, all working together to positively impact the lives of our students. We are excited to be here today to celebrate another example of that collaboration. Partnerships like this one with Sprint can make a real difference for our students, and we truly appreciate you all for making this possible. Thank you.
Hello and good morning. I am Brian Hedlund, the president for Sprint for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I am honored to be here today, and I'm hopeful that you'll embrace me as an honorary bulldog today. On behalf of Sprint, I want to thank you for helping us commemorate the launch of Sprint's 1 Million project that kicks off today in Richmond. I want to thank Interim Superintendent Tommy Krantz. I want to thank the board, particularly Board Chair Don Page, and I want to thank Mayor Stoney. This has been a long time coming, but from our first conversations with the mayor, it was about the kids. How can we help the children of Richmond take advantage of opportunities through the internet and technology to be the best that they can be? We appreciate your support of Sprint's 1 Million project. We look forward to working with you over the next 5 years. It's important to remember that this is year one of a 5-year initiative. Let me stop for a second and say that the road to get here was not always easy, but the work that the board, that Tommy and the mayor put in to make this happen today is remarkable, and I greatly appreciate their support. We know at Sprint, mobile access can be one of the greatest enablers of progress and growth for all people. However, one of the most significant challenges facing our country today is the digital divide. As mentioned earlier, we have a homework gap across the country. 5 million students across the United States of America go home every evening without the opportunity to access the internet. We're very pleased to launch in our inaugural year the Sprint 1 Million project here. And our goal is very simple: to help young people move their own academic careers forward. As more schools implement technology across their curriculum, the challenge is when the students leave the school, how do they continue to embrace that bedrock of technology to complete their homework, to reach out to mentors, to reach out to teachers, and to further their personal development? Too many children across America and across Richmond don't have that access. This is a step forward today. Through the 1 Million project, we are providing in Richmond 1,050 tablets with free high-speed internet access this year and for the next 5 years for the students of Richmond. It is our hope that this enables Richmond City High School students to complete their projects and to be the best that they can be. Today is exciting, not because we're up here speaking, but because the students behind the cameras, when the cameras shut down, they'll be picking up devices, they'll be powering them on, and new doors will open for them. I could not be more excited about the prospects of helping the students across the city of Richmond as they connect with information, with technology, and those around the globe. It's a great opportunity to learn, it's a great opportunity to explore, and again, to be the best that they can be. I want to thank, again, Chairperson Page, Mayor Stoney. I want to thank Richmond Public Schools. I want to thank the parents and students of Richmond Public Schools. And I would be remiss if at the end of the day we didn't remember that the administration and the teachers who are in the classroom every day are the heart of what enables these students to be the best they can be. On behalf of the 2,500 associates with Sprint across the DC, Maryland, and Virginia region, I want to thank you, Richmond, and congratulate you and welcome you to the 1 Million project.
At this time, we will not delay in allowing our students to actually receive the devices that they have been patiently waiting for. But before we do that, I just wanted to again thank everyone for being here and to thank Sprint for allowing us to actually close the digital gap with our students and allowing us to have the opportunity to now raise our scores and let everybody know what Georgetown students can really do. Thank you.